CONCAFA Pod. I am one of your hosts, Bubba Capino, joined by not one, but two U.S. men's national team footy legends. Geoff Cameron Brek Shea, how we doing?
We're doing well, man. Thanks. That was a really cool introduction,
Not
Gump.
bad, right? Save
I
that
like
one
it.
for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love it.
So
We're hanging in there, man. We're exhausted, dude. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
it's
but I
good
love it.
training. I like seeing you guys out there on the pitch. It's good to see. Good to see.
We got a big
Feels
group.
good.
Yeah, it feels great, man.
Right on. Let's get into it. The Sackings are upon us. The new year. Everyone's job is at stake. Ruben Amorim. It's finally over. It's
Dude.
finally over at Manchester United. How do we feel?
It seems like
I
it was
mean-
just a long time coming, right? He was like hanging on by a thread for the last few months.
Felt like that last press conference. He got everything he wanted off his chest. I think he knew it was over.
Yeah.
He felt good about it. Did you see the video of him walking with his wife the next day? Just big old smile.
Shaking hands with the paparazzi. Nice bag.
high five in the
Yeah,
paparazzi.
on his way back to sunny Portugal.
You know who's not happy about this though? My buddy Shea Given, because he was renting his house.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Sorry, Shay. Hopefully you get another. Hey, maybe you might get the next Man United fucking manager.
So Darren
It's looking like
Fletcher.
Oli, huh?
Well, Darren Fletcher takes over for the next game, I guess, and then sounds like it's done for Ole to come back. I think they fucking nailed it with that, man. I do. I don't think
Yeah.
he did that bad when he was there the first time. And I
No.
think it's one of those things they'll appreciate him more now, I truly believe.
I agree.
100%. And I think that's just part of it, dude. Like you think about the managers that they let go that were successful. I mean, even just for David Moyes. David Moyes was super successful compared to Bruno and like some of the other ones that they hired.
Yep.
And I think this should have been done a couple months ago when they're in that situation that they were, and then they won. They just put a little Band-Aid on it, won a couple games, and like I said, I think you go first time winning two games back to back, or I think it was over like 34 games or something. That's a bit ridiculous, obviously, with a club like Man United. So. I mean, you're expected to win game after game after game, and you might drop one or two here and there. But, yeah, it's about time.
Guy's never going to cut his hair. Guy's going to fuck grow his hair forever.
He's fucked. Oh, shit. The game's gone. The game's gone.
And then Chelsea, all of a sudden, Maresca, the guy's fucking won the Club World Cup in the summer. Chelsea actually hasn't been that bad, to be fair. And then you hear rumblings a week or two ago that he's in line to take over for Pep. Pep goes, I haven't heard anything about this. And then you wake up one morning, this guy's fucking canned.
Yeah.
And now
It's one of those things. I feel like if Chelsea is in the news after a while, they just need to cause some havoc by buying a player or sending someone on loan or doing something or firing a coach or something.
And then they did it again, man. The coach they get from Strasbourg, 6.5-year deal. Like,
Yeah.
2 wasn't
2032.
enough every time. Why do they do this?
So I think it might be like the coaches go in there, and I don't think it's a club. I think that the coaches are like, you know what, I know my time is limited when you're going into Chelsea. So if you think about it, if I'm going to be a manager and I'm going into Chelsea wants you, and they're obviously engaging you in a conversation, right? You're talking about contracts. Listen, I'm not going there unless it's a 4 or 5 year deal or 6 year deal. I'm not going there. I want security because I know this club will chop and change you in a blink of an eye. So I think it gives like just the coaches stability where they could be at another club and they have longevity. If it's 3 years, a 3-year deal, 4-year deal, they got to pay them out, right? Or, this is what they're going to get for the 4 years, whatever their situation is at their current club. But honestly, I think that's the reason why. I mean, I would want security going into any big club like that, because you could be sacked getting sacked in the morning.
I would argue
Yes.
Chelsea's the hardest club to take over because of all the players. Like
Yeah.
you could choose this guy could choose a whole different starting 11 if he wants.
Yeah.
No, what was that? What was that stat that we talked about? It was like what? Since 2004.
Oh, I got it right here.
See? Fucking good memory. It was like since
I
2004
told
they've won.
Jeff this morning when I saw the length of that deal. I said I guarantee it doesn't last 2 years, and it's not just him. He could
No.
do great. I just think it's the club.
Yeah, that's literally just
Yeah.
how it is, dude.
And if you're a coach going to get a 6-year deal at a big club like that, and the club is known for getting rid of him after a year, 2 years, like they've kind of stepped up. Like he's stepped up. Now he's going to be able to fall on a smaller prim team or something like that. So he's obviously making a jump, and it's a no-brainer for him, especially at a 6-year deal.
So this guy will be the 6th manager in just under 2 years under the new owner. So if you're a club since 2004, how many trophies do you think Chelsea's won since 2004? This is insane.
I know this, Brek, so I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, this is insane number. How many trophies do you think since 2004 for Chelsea?
12.
23.
Jeez.
How many different gaffers do you think there's been?
23.
21.
Wow.
Dude.
Isn't that insane? And that's with Mourinho 2
Mourinho
times, 2
twice,
stints.
Lampard twice.
That's wild. What about what's the guy for Man U, the center back, the Dutch guy, Gillette?
Oh, yeah, the
He
guy
said he's 26 years old. He's had 19 managers in his career.
Guy's played for a different manager every year of his career. That's fucking
crazy.
hell, dude. Think about finally he's getting settled. Nah, we're gonna fucking pull the rug out from under you.
He's meeting the new coach. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to get to know you well.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
You're going to be gone.
let me know who's coming in next, boss.
And that we should touch on that because I think that's a big deal. Like, you know, with players coming, you know, they go into a club. I mean, I experienced it, you know, my last kind of year under at Stoke or 2 years at Stoke where, you know, the club is, the fans get upset and then boom, it's like they gotta make a change because the fans are they've lost the fans, right? They've lost the plot and they kind of have to make a decision. So then you hire a coach that's not the right appointment. It's just trying to put a Band-Aid on it. And then they change another one. And the problem, what happens is like a Nathan Jones came in after Gary Rowlett and even Gary Rowlett came in after Paul Lambert. And they're not suitable to handle a team like that. You know, these managers aren't Premier League managers. They're going into a club that were handling Premier League players, and they're like either Championship or League One type managers, right? So they go in and they don't have the ability or they don't know how to handle the characters in the dressing room, and I think that's a big part. When you see Ancelotti or you see Zidane, and you have there's an aura about these managers. For me, just in particular, you hear all these incredible stories about Mourinho, and then you hear like some bad ones and stuff like that. But most of the time, it's like, yeah, he was a great manager. Like I watched an interview with Fabregas, and he talked so highly of Mourinho. But then you have other managers that are just dickheads.
Yeah.
And what happens is you have a core group of guys. Manager comes in, nah, you're not my core. I want to bring my players in. And then these guys are just kind of treading water, and they're like instability. Like there's nothing. They're just kind of treading water. And then what happens? That guy gets sacked. And then another manager comes in. Now you're not my type of player. Like it's just sort of this revolving door that just continues to happen. And you feel bad for the player that do that. Like, I mean, dude, you 19 managers, you get a manager every year, you're never settled. You never get used to the same thing. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to play under Mark Hughes for a number of years, you know, and I thought he was one of the best managers that I worked with. But I was also, when I was at QPR, Steve McLaren, I thought he was a fantastic manager. Like, for me, attention to detail, everything, and then boom. You know, like the chief exec Les Ferdinand didn't really particularly like Steve McLaren and wanted him gone. And first chance he had it, he was out. So, and that's like QPR is a different club. They get rid of
Oh yeah.
coaches all the time.
But you
You know?
touched on Mourinho there. The thing about Mourinho, you listen to the way those guys on that Chelsea team talk about him now, like he was a second father, dude.
Yeah.
Like I think in the moment you hear a lot of things talked about these managers, but when these players are done playing, I think you really hear the true side of things. Because in the moment, you're not going to want to get benched. You're not going to want to get pushed when you're not
Yeah.
getting playing time. But when you can look back on your career and go, you know what, in the time, it was the right move.
Yeah, 100%.
And
And you I think that's where like you develop that close relationship with the manager, or there's a respect and they value you as a player. And the problem is like some of these coaches go in, and I think this is what happened with Bruno. Bruno came in and he kind of just he went gung ho right away. We're gonna change this. We're gonna do this instead of just kind of like finding his feet and feeling the water out. You know, like just touching the water, see if it's warm, whatever it was. He just kind of went in. I'm going to change this. We need more of this. Well, fucking, I always say the manager before, who's my favorite manager from Man United,
yeah,
that just fucked up that club. He
he
changed
just
the
took
whole
over
dynamic.
at FC20 as a director of FC20. Ten
I mean,
Hag, he's
dude,
back. You
he,
can't get rid of the guy. He belongs in the
He's
fucking.
back.
Oh yeah, he's fucking.
that's just
He's
my personal opinion. He fucked up Man United so bad where he changed the dynamic and the like kind of like their methodology, their identity of Man United, where it was kind of passed on from manager to manager. Even Mourinho's style was a little bit different,
Yeah,
but still had the same principles, still
yeah.
had the same fundamentals. It completely changed. And you know what? You feel for him, but I
There
think,
is like there. You talk about it though, the way the soccer world works now. There is no time. Like Wilfred Nancy,
yeah.
guy was Columbus Crew legend. Would have coached
Rip.
would have coached that club forever, forever. He goes to Scotland, takes over Celtic. 33 days, loses 6 of 8. See you later.
And
Like
he's supposedly
that's the difference, man. That's the difference we're
Yeah.
dealing with, dude. Like you
he's
lose
supposed
six.
to be the best coach in the MLS.
Yeah. Like you lose.
That's Frank DeBoer numbers. That where was that at? Crystal
Oh,
Palace.
yeah, I remember. DeBoer was supposed to save the world. What a fucking legend. But yeah, that's it. And what's his name? The guy. The worst thing that could have happened for him is O'Neill took over, who's a legend of the club, and had the club back doing well. And then he comes
Yeah.
in, and I don't. It's not the right decision. It can't be because in 33 days as a manager, you can figure some things out, but it's not your team. Like
You think he knows all their names in 33
you know what?
days?
Like you're trying to get things
Yes,
right. Like
100%.
what does Celtic
And the
do
reason
now
why
though?
yeah, but if a manager's coming in and he's taking over a team, except for Paul Lambert because he was diabolical, but he didn't know. So when it was like, dude, wait till I tell you this story after this. But a manager should know when they're coming in, and they're coming over to take over a team. They've done their research to get the job. They're like, hey, these are the players that we have. This is the style we can play. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna fix it while I keep this going. Obviously, I think it's a big jump, and let's just say Nancy was. I think he got a little spoonful of humbleness because he was a bit arrogant in the MLS. And yeah, was he successful? Did he do well? 100%. But he made a different jump over
That's
there,
a big
where
jump.
it's a ruthless environment. If you don't, and let's just be honest, how often are Celtic losing in the league?
Never. They
Not
should
often.
like unless
Exactly.
it's Rangers. Like the way they think about it over there is it's Rangers and Celtic and everybody else.
Yep.
And to go from Columbus Crew to a legendary club like Celtic is massive move, dude.
It's huge. But he obviously struggled. He couldn't adapt to that environment, couldn't adapt to the level and the standard. He's not in Kansas anymore, you know? It's just like But still, like, dude, I'm telling you, Paul Lambert came in the first day after Mark Hughes got sacked. It was like a week after we had a caretaker for a week for training, and this guy walked in, and now I have no idea how this happened, but he sat everybody down. Okay, and I'm not going to name names, but I will say Crouchy was like, "What the fuck did we just listen to?" Okay, it was absolutely incredible because there was a couple players that were diabolical. They didn't give a shit. They weren't putting the work in. And if you watch the games for the first 6 months, you'd see like these guys, their head was somewhere else. And you could see it on the pitch. They weren't running, they weren't defending, they weren't tracking. They didn't give a fuck about anyone but themselves.
They played
This
for
manager
Chicago.
came in, said what?
I said you're not gonna name names, but they played for Chicago.
And dude, I'm telling you, this guy walked in and he called Crouchy, Glenn Johnson. He called us every single person in the fucking dressing room, in our meeting room, all water carriers and the CUNT word.
Water
Swear,
carriers.
swear down. He said, "You guys are all this," and then he said, "You got a world class player. Get him the ball." And we all walked in the dressing room like, "What the fuck just happened? Did he watch 6 months of football before this?" And at that moment, the club
Lost the
hired a
team.
manager.
Yeah.
He lost the team that moment. All the guys were like, "This is a joke." He lost. He had no one's respect in the dressing room, and that should be like kind of a learning point for coaches when you're going in. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Like you have to see it. Like get to know, have like a feel. Don't go in there like you're the best manager or you're like you have to feel it out. And I have a feeling that's probably what happened. And in Celtic, all the guys probably looked like, what the fuck is going on?
That's why the Chelsea coach getting fired surprised me because I thought it felt
Yeah,
like he was very connected to that team.
with the players,
It
yeah.
felt like it was just a pissing contest between him and the owner.
Could be.
That could be, yeah.
Todd Bowley, is that his name?
Yeah, the American guy.
He just runs through managers like it's no, but he just doesn't give a shit. Or he's
But did you see Abramovich coming out and saying like what England did to him and
yeah.
like the sanctions? And he's fucking right on that. Like what he did for that club and what he did for the Premier League
Oh yeah.
football.
Yeah.
You think about how shit Chelsea was forever, dude. Like
Yeah.
you think about Chelsea's time when they like the first I can't remember the first big player Chelsea bought when they started going. But
When
like,
they transitioned from Umbro jerseys.
yeah, and it was actually, you know who it was? It was fucking Good Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Johnson and
Yeah.
fucking Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank started banging in goals in those white, blue, and white Umbro tarps. I remember it now.
Fucking
That's when
remember it,
things
yeah.
started changing. And that's the same. You talk about Man City. It's like it didn't work out with Rubinho, but when Man City brought in Rubinho, it was like, okay, like this is a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Hughes brought in Vincent Company.
Yes.
Right.
Like there's always that one player you look at in that moment of time. And that Romans spent whatever.
I mean, look at what he did, and that shouldn't. I mean, yeah, you feel bad in whatever the situation is, the political whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what he did for that club and what he did for the Premier League, and he made it even more competitive. You had Man United, you had Arsenal. He brought Chelsea in the fold, and they started winning things. And it's like England at that time was dominating everybody.
Yep. But look at
So
Tuchel. Like Tuchel won a Champions League with Chelsea.
yeah.
You know, it's like Arteta's realistically, I mean, look at where Arsenal is now. Like Arsenal's ownership could have been a lot less lenient on him, man, because they've given him a fucking trunk of money to spend whenever, however. And they finally got to the point this year where it's like they're 8 points clear at the top. I thought we were there.
Game this week.
I was right here. City was fucking 3 back. Villa was playing Arsenal. They'd won 11 straight. I was like, here it is. Villa's going to march in, beat Arsenal. Man City's going to win. And now, bang. Arsenal's 8 points clear. City's tied 2 straight. Unfortunately for them, they got a fucking depleted Liverpool squad coming in on Thursday to take them on.
Oh, they play Liverpool this weekend?
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
We are fucking, it's not a great watch right now. We are, I mean, Isak finally scores a blinder. Guy breaks his leg. Like, the one positive, Florian Wirtz is flying, man. He's so good.
He is special.
He scored
He's a
again on the
special player.
weekend. He's won 4 out of 7 man of the matches. We're just, to be frank, we're short. Like, depth of squad is an issue right now, man.
Yeah.
And
Florian
Gakpo,
Wirtz thing you saw coming, right? Like he never put an outstanding performance in, but each game he was getting 5% better, 5% better.
Yeah.
You could see it. It was slowly building.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's no surprise to me.
they're gonna have to spend in January to get some depth. But now it's like you might lose out on that center back from Palace because Man City's got all these injuries.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Saw that today.
Cancelo goes back to Barca. These guys aren't lasting long in Saudi.
Is that
yeah, that's
is that
confirmed.
happening?
Yeah, that's done
Yeah.
deal.
It's official.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like they go there, they signed a couple years, boom, Bosh out. See you later.
Yeah, give me.
Yeah.
I'll take
But
all
hey,
that.
back
cash.
in.
I will tell you though, you take a Saudi team and
Yeah.
what they have, man, the level was fucking high.
Yes,
man.
at the Club World Cup, hey, fucking tip of the cap, dude. That Al Hilal team, they were in
Yeah.
until that team was
They were
very
sick.
good.
They
Legitimately.
went toe to toe with City,
Yes.
and it was a fucking game.
Yeah. Like they're legit good. It's just I think with the
That was the best game of the tournament I saw.
Yeah.
That was so entertaining.
Bars. I was at Bayern PSG. Bayern should have won that game. Donnarumma stood on his head. I still don't understand how he ended up at fucking Man City, dude. That blows my mind. Blows my mind. But they got injured.
She's keeper now.
Some young kid, I think. Did you
Yeah.
see? So Barcelona 4 points clear, Real at the top. They beat Espanyol 2-0. Did you catch any of this game?
No.
So did their goalie? I'm sorry if I don't get this right. I believe their goalie left Espanyol to go to Barcelona. Garcia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that he stood on his head there, and they were killing him.
Dude, they were killing him when they fucking Barcelona threw him to the wolves. He ran out solo by himself for warm-ups. I was like, oh my
No
God.
way.
It wasn't like he was solo, but it was like he went. Like some teams, the goalies go first, but it was like
the goalies always go first.
Yes,
they're
but it was
15
like
minutes ahead.
This was like he ran out and the boys were a bit behind, and it was fucking. They were fucking, and then they
Maybe
get
he
to the
did
game.
that on purpose.
That's what I was thinking. Like this, he appears to be a showman from what I saw, but Espanyol all over him, all over Barcelona. Garcia makes this fucking save, and then there was a save he made where there was a block, and I forget who it was. One of the midfielders was in front of him. He fucking two-hand shoved his own guy to make the save. No. So this guy made the save with his body.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So he pushed his teammate
He pushed his teammate into the ball. So the ball fucking hits him. Barcelona scores too late. Olmo curls one in. Top shelf. Insane. Olmo's playing some of the best in the world right now. He's so good. They win 2-0, and it was hats off to Espanyol, man. That's JJ Watt's team. They are legit, dude. They're just out of the
JJ, when are you gonna invite us over?
He said
when are you
anytime.
gonna invite us over for the game, man?
He said anytime.
Let's roll.
They're just outside the Champions League right now.
Love that.
Yeah, but they're playing unbelievable. Real Madrid wins 5-1 against Real Betis. Mbappe's kind of banged up. He's not playing in the Super Cup, but Gonzalo Garcia scores a hat trick. This back heel he scored for the Hattie.
I did see that. It's
Come
ridiculous.
on. He had a blinder.
Left foot, little flick.
Yeah. So it feels like both these teams, Barcelona and Real, are hitting their stride right now. Bayern, 9 points clear. Bundesliga's a wrap. It is what it is.
Harry Kane's
just out there playing like center mid, dishing balls right now is what he's up to. And then we go to the MLS. Brek Shea caused a little bit of controversy
Dude,
Brett, can you explain
I
were
this,
you
please?
cannot believe how many
what
people gave
was
me
this
shit for that.
was
And
this
still, I still get messages every day.
was this on a show or was this just like a throwaway comment? I was very confused of where the quote came from because when I saw it, I was like, did he say it on our show? I was very
No, it
confused.
was just an interview I did, and to clear it up, the guy asked me who would have had a bigger impact, and I said what Messi's done's been unbelievable. I mean, obviously he just won the cup, but I said I think Ronaldo would have had a bigger impact. A, he speaks the language. B, he's more outgoing. He would be doing interviews. He'd be out in the doing sponsorships for whether it's for himself or for the team or anything. He would just be more out there. Messi's very introvert, right? He's very quiet. He doesn't speak the language. So, and that's all I said. And somehow the clip comes out and they
Dude,
made it act like I hate Messi. I don't know what I'm talking about or anything.
we were the
I'm not saying he
CONCAFA
had a bigger impact on the field. I'm just saying he would have a bigger impact on MLS as a whole.
the
I'll stick
CONCAFA
by that.
Pod's Instagram was getting a lot of heat for Brek
Yeah,
Shea.
my own Instagram was getting a lot of heat.
And I love the class, like, fuck off. Like, it's like, dude,
There's
are
a
people
classic.
that
What the fuck
thick?
have you done? I love that one. It's
Dude,
like, all
what?
right, dude. Yeah, he didn't compare himself to Messi or Ronaldo. Just answered a question. I
I
love
mean,
how.
let's discuss this because let's be honest. That is 100% the truth. Messi doesn't speak. I mean, I'm sure he does now, and he just refuses to do it. But he doesn't do interviews. He only do it in Spanish.
Yeah,
Ronaldo will talk in English. He can
Yeah,
speak English. He would have a bigger impact in the media and for his
100%.
brand. That's a fact. So for people to say you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about because guess what? It's a fact. He's just a bigger brand. Messi is more introverted. He keeps to himself, doesn't do as much out in the public eye. Ronaldo, that's Ronaldo.
that's just
So,
how. That's the weeds people live in, though. Because when this is all over and Messi and Ronaldo retire, there's gonna be a lot of people that look back on their careers and be like, instead of watching how great these guys are, we wasted their whole careers saying which one was better and just hating on the
yeah,
other guy. It's like,
yeah.
guess what? They're both the greatest of all time, man.
Yeah, but talk about that. When they both retire, I completely agree.
Yeah.
And when people ask me who's better, I just say just enjoy them. Like they're gonna be
Yeah,
gone
because we're
soon.
never
We'll
going to
never
see it
have the
again.
same thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
never.
But
man.
when they retire, how often do you think we're gonna see Ronaldo's name? All the time.
Yeah.
He's gonna be doing things. That's just his way. Messi, we'll hear about him when he does some big thing or some, but it'll be so random.
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel.
Fair play.
I think you're right, Brett. I do. I
appreciate
think
it.
you're right. For all
Not
the haters
often,
out
but
there.
not often. All right.
Hey,
I'll
once
take
in
it.
a blue moon, you got to take it. Serie A
Shit.
race is heating up. Pulisic's still doing it for AC Milan.
He's
man.
flying.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
So
Unbelievable.
that 3 weeks in the summer he took off, maybe a good thing.
I'm
Maybe.
telling
I
you,
don't know.
dude. All the players, McKinney scored the other day. He's playing for Juventus
Aronson
again.
for Leeds.
Yeah, like every player you would want to be playing well for the U.S. men's national team right now is playing well.
Well, there is something going on with Weston McKinney though. I forget what's going on.
Is his contract up?
I don't know. He's got a shady agent. I don't know. There's something going
He
on
scored too.
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
There's something going on. Just look at Twitter. There's something. I don't know. It's every year. There's always something with Weston. There's always something.
just got to
You
show
know?
up. Just got to show up for the World
Oh,
Cup.
I did see
brother.
it on Twitter. They said that the agent messed it up asking for more money, and then the agent came out saying that he didn't. It's all false.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, I don't know. I
No,
think
I'm just what I saw on Twitter.
the
I
people
don't know
might be
anything.
right on this one. But
If
here's
there's a lot of
here's an
cookie crumbs.
interesting-
There's usually someone eating a cookie.
Oh yeah.
That is true. Double dipping. Here's a thought for you. You know, after the 2014 World Cup, we had some players that came back to the States and they signed some big deals in the MLS. This World Cup here that's going to be happening this summer. Now we can say that because it's 2026.
Yeah, we're in it. World Cup year.
World Cup year. That what do you think the chances of some of these national team players will try to capitalize on, and MLS teams capitalizing on an opportunity to bring some of these American players back.
All right, boys, here we go.
So
Let's
you know,
today. Let's be
so
to the ball.
that's I don't even know what the fuck that was.
We dialing up a play over there.
I don't even know what the fuck that was. So
Oh,
You gotta leave that bit in
yeah,
there.
that's gotta stay. Oh, little ball over here. Here we go.
I don't even know. I was just looking at the computer. But no, like, what do you think? Do you think that we'll see a big push for MLS teams to capitalize on these American guys that like okay, we should get out of our group, make it out of the group stage, hopefully, and then out of the next round after that. I think it could be a big market for some of these guys to kind of cash in really and come back. Not saying I don't think Christian would, because I think he's playing unbelievable and he wants to win, he wants to do more. But I'm saying there's other players that have been tied to coming back before that will be looking to kind of cash in.
The younger guys are playing like Ajamang is lights out at Derby, dude. Like
Yeah.
the younger players are playing really well overseas, though, man. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
I really do think this team, like, I do think quarterfinals here is very reasonable ask if they got the full squad. I do. Just when I look at the landscape of the rest of the teams, man.
Don't get me excited, but
That's just my take. That's an
I
honest
like it.
take.
I like
think.
it.
I like the positive.
I think
that's a great positive house.
when you look at the team and the talent that's there, this is a team that, and I know everyone wants to say we want to win it, we want it. I understand, but if you're looking at this team, I think quarterfinals is a real possibility, just for them as a team if they're full squad. But as you look at the other teams, like what do you think of these other teams at this point? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think of this German team right now? What do you think of the Belgium team right now?
I mean,
I
think
don't
there's some top.
There is,
top
like, you're
countries,
talking Spain, you're
teams.
talking England, you're talking the top dogs. I get that, but like, as far as a quarterfinals, if you get a decent draw, like the way
Dude, anything can happen.
that's what I'm
right?
saying. The way the draws worked up right now,
It's in favor for the U.S.
Yes, like the U.S. would play Belgium in the quarters, or not in the quarters, round of 16. I'd take my chances.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Specifically,
I think Germany's going to be a really good team.
You
I
think?
think they're going to be. I think they're going to be good. And the only one thing I told Geoff is that the U.S. has always been known, always been an underdog, and that's like their chip on their shoulder, and that's how they know how to fight. They're in the group. They have to win.
Oh, you have to. And you're at home.
Like, you have to win. So I just don't know how we're going to do being that guy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like we said, it's all in favor for them to get there, and I hope it. And I would take a Belgium. I would take our U.S. team right now versus Belgium.
These guys, I think these guys have to really embrace, like you said, Geoff. They got to you got to embrace that it's at home. You got to fucking use
feed
that
off
shit.
that energy, man.
You can't take it as like we're at home. We got to do this. It's like we're at home. Let's fucking prove it. You know, you gotta thrive in this moment, having this World Cup at home, because this isn't gonna happen for fucking 30 years, dude.
Yeah, can we talk about the media? Like, the media needs to fucking keep their mouth shut, right? Like, don't be negative, because all the media that we've been hearing for this past year, them slaughtering the national team, slaughtering these players, dude, it doesn't matter. Once they select that team, the most important thing is that team's together, and we have fucking everybody, all the fans, all the media pushing them, being positive, not
supporting them.
being so negative and being pessimistic and just like, dude, everybody just keep your mouth shut. Talk positive, because guess what? If the players see this, right, and they feel like there's positive, like, they're just reading positive stories and not like just negative things, and like, there's always hate. Don't be England. Why do you think England, the media just slaughtered them?
Yeah, every chance they get.
Right? We have to be different, right? And I think if we as a culture, as a country, and we say, hey, everybody, let's talk, not to say like guys has a bad game or whatever, who cares?
It's gonna happen.
We got to graft.
Every player isn't gonna be lights out every game. But this
We
is
have to graft as a country, as players, and everybody says, "Hey, this is the last time was 1994, right? We need to get everybody behind and being positive because guess what? The future is out there that's going to be watching,
yep.
right? And if we are around media and we're watching TV and everybody's just slaughtering these players, dude, that's what kids are going to see. That's what kids are going to hear.
Once in a
Where's the
lifetime.
pride?
Yeah, there's a once in a
Let's
We
be
want to
lifetime.
grow
positive.
the game.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for these
Yeah.
players, man. So you got to back them, and that's not to say you can't say, look, this guy didn't have his best game. That's gonna happen. That's fine, but you have to
100%.
support the fucking team because at the end of the day, there's not that many games in this tournament, and on home soil, you just gotta fucking go, man.
And let's like none of these guys that are in the behind the booth or whatever, and like it's like a fake pride. It's like I hope they do well, but I hope they do bad so I can slaughter them and be like an asshole. No, like, dude, if you're gonna get behind them, and you know it's true because it's like you watch the games and they're just waiting. They're waiting for like them to fail so they can crush them.
Yep.
And I just think it's bad. Like we experience as players and even like games where you played amazing, they just slaughter you for a reason, whatever. Because obviously, negativity loves company. It gets clicks, it gets people. But you know what? What builds the passion, right? What builds, how are we going to change? We win, we get everybody behind us. And guess what? Anything's possible.
Yep.
And it's true.
Incredible
We have the ability to
opportunity.
go all the
Yeah.
way through.
Incredible opportunity to grow the game as well, man. Like that's
Yeah.
also a massive thing here, man.
Huge. Except for the Canadians, you know?
Hey, you never know. Just March might dial it up. On that note, we'll get out of here. We appreciate you all following along, watching, listening. We'll be back next week. Cheers.
Cheers.